And we go again. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to AFX. We've got round 4 coming away at Hockenheim. We're in the Porsche 91, whatever they are. 911 GT Cup. Yeah, that thing. 911 GT3 Cup. Oh man, I can't. I shouldn't be doing this either. Oh, here's a good shot. Let's go ahead and do. If I do intro graphics off, and then go transition and go. Look at that! Cinematic shots. Definitely not covering a quarter of my own screen. Wow, everyone just decides to go wide there. Definitely haven't got a quarter of my screen covered up with the Formula E qualifying on my own screen right now. We've got 16 drivers, all vying for points and wins around a fairly technical track. It should be good for racing. There's plenty of time to get that action. I don't know where I'm going with any of this. This is better than F1 TV coverage. No, it's not. I'm not on my game today. This makes no sense. Why have... I'm just trying to fill time until qualifying starts. But why have a booth here? Even if it is, you know, invisible on the inside. You can look through it on the inside. It's just blocked off. You can't see anything, technically, if we're following real life physics. Okay. Also, I'm very proud to say, I stood here. Not with cars going around like that. I wouldn't have gotten one over. But let's show you quickly the results from practice. Ben Yeager is at the top of the times. Joao Guerra P2, Domingo P3, Clayson P4, Yardinger P5, Bauer P6, then Trader Joe, Popovic, Bevan, and Fries is P10. We should have 16 drivers. We should also have a race control, but I don't think we're getting that today for some reason. I don't have Lance Stroll, but I can maybe quickly get to a car going over a curb. How's this? There you go. Cinematic. We're about 90 seconds away from the start of qualifying. It's a 20-minute session, and in case... I'd only forgotten until I started saying this speech. The format is your best 3 times in qualifying get put towards your final qualifying position. Not consecutive, assuming we fixed that. I think we have. But your best 3 times. So you've got to set 3 good laps in 20 minutes. That's not particularly easy. Especially with track limits being quite a factor here. Turn 1, obviously, being a factor. Across the inside, there's all that curb that you can cut there, and all that curb you can go wide on the exit. Vote failed. 1 person voted for Ali to be kicked. Yeah, that figures. But it's not just at turn 1. You can go wide at turn 2. All this run down turn 4, the 4 wide corner. Yes, it's that one. You go wide on the exit of the hairpin. That's quite difficult. There's a few places you can go wide. Here. Here's a big one as well. You go wide here, you're going across these things. And they're not flat. They're not pleasant. A bit more pleasant in a GT car than they would be in, say, a Formula car, but still not pleasant. Then we have the stadium section. Gravel lurking there. Okay, I guess we're going sideways. Whoa. Now that's a shot and a half, isn't it? Let's run a ball with Guerra on his outlap. We'll show you around the track. Coming towards turn number 2, braking about 100 metres. Keep it tight on the inside to get a straight line exit. You don't have to worry about any traction mess. And onto the long back straight, known as the Parabolica, but in AF it's known for something else. If we get that today, I'll be amazed. Server's gone. Oh, there we go. And to the hairpin at turn 5. Tight first gear hairpin, 65 Ks. And away we go. Down the old back straight. Up towards the Mercedes-Benz arena. Right hand kink into a tight left hand bend again. Get the power on while fighting the car in the rear end that really want to throw the car in any direction. Sweeping right hander. Little short straight, and you've got to really flick it in. And hope the car sticks through this 90 right. Super fast through there. Down onto a second gear hairpin. Rear end's kicking out there. It's a banked corner as well, that should help with turning. A chicane that doesn't really mean anything in these sorts of cars. 290 rights to finish off the lap. Don't hook the car on the curb on the left. Coming through it, through the first part, and away we go for a lap for Joao Guerra. Obviously, there's 3 times that need to be added in to get your final quali time. So we'll keep you updated on what those times are as we go through. It is a 1:42.2, but obviously that's an outlap. It's not relevant. Some good camera angles on this one. But again, the key is, you've only got 20 minutes. The key, don't go out of track limits. It's not like the first round where they have to be consecutive, even though that wasn't really supposed to be the case. You can do it in any order. You can do it at any time. You just got to get 3 in. So sit back. This is going to be a slow burn, this one. Guerra has some really good pace at the minute. Ben Yeager is pretty good as well. So too is Ali and Nemanja. And Thomas Cameron's got some good pace as well, actually. That's come out of nowhere. It's quite a few times in the low 22s, but Joao is the only driver in the 21s so far. His outlap was his second sector outlap was better for Joao. Final couple of corners now for Joao. As Ben Yeager's done a blinding second sector. There's been some talk this week about violent differences in speed. There's a 38.4 for Joao Guerra on his first lap. Hilke with the 39.6. Yadja 39.5, Bevan 39.4. These times on the left-hand side of your screen are only the 1 lap pace times. Yeager fastest by 0.03. Alfie Bevan with a good lap as well, actually, I'll point out. Let's say those times on your left-hand side of your screen, they're only the 1 lap pace times. I'll keep you updated on the 3 lap pace times as we go on. Most of these drivers will now be starting their second quali lap. Let's take a look back at Alfie Bevan. Running quite well today. So too is Ali Yardinger, actually, I'll point out. But his second lap is not quite as good as his first one. It's 22.3 the first sector. Ben Yeager is again into the 21s. Joao has not done that. He's just about stayed in the 22s in the first sector. Some good times from Alfie Bevan in the second sector. In fact, both of his sectors are pretty good. Mid 45 second sector. I think the fastest time you should see a high 44 if you're looking good. Server has a bit of a moment. We had a red flag in AF4 if you didn't see that. We did have a yellow flag, a red flag rather, because of issues with the server. We had a huge lag spike that caused half the field to crash. So we've got Joao, who I'm guessing is up by 0.2 over Ben, who's up 0.2 over Joao after the first 2 laps. Hilke is 0.2 down from that. Alfie Bevan another 0.3. Ali Yardinger another 10th from that. It's about 5 cars in a fairly close gap. One lap pace is pretty spread out though, which is interesting. Yardinger has spun. He was on his way to a third lap. He's coming straight back out the pits. Ondas in the pits as well. He'll be moving straight out again straight away. Good lap for Fries at the minute. Good first sector, 22.1. Most cars, I mean, the first sector line is quite late. It's after turn 3, so you've only really got 2 proper corners to deal with. So turn 1 is more of a, you got to get the speed going through, you got to keep the momentum. Track limits are a big factor as well, though, particularly on the exit. Turn 2, you've really got to keep the car tight and under your own control, otherwise it's going to go horribly wrong. Second sector's more about top speed, and then the hairpin in the Mercedes-Benz arena. So again, it's another 2 corners to deal with, really. The third sector's the big one. Fries doesn't quite do well in the second sector, but it's still okay. With sort of a high 45. Diego's purpled the first sector on his lap. We have our first 3-lap time. It's Hilke Kleisen with a 38.982 over 3 laps. 39.967 for Fries. Ben Yeager 3/10 up on Hilke after 3 laps. 38.6. Joao did not. Joao was invalid on his 3rd lap. So he's going to have to go again, but he's already purpled the first sector straight on a blinder. He is definitely pushing. We'll ride on board with him coming towards the final 2 sectors. But Ben Yeager, Hilke Kleisen, all still pushing hard. They've done personal bests in the first 2 sectors. It's in their first sectors each. Yes, that makes sense. Fries goes P4. We got 39.9. Philip Bauer P3. 39.8. He's got traffic in the 4th. Mosquito in the way now. He's gonna probably get in the way. Yeah, Mosquito White goes way wide, but so too does Joao. He's having to go straight over the bumps. It's still valid though. It's still a valid lap. Domingo sets another lap. That's the 2nd lap completed for him. It should be on for, I'm guessing that's on for 39.7. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, 39.711 at the minute. This is average. To the line comes Joao Guerra. He did a blind in first sector. Where's this going to put him now? It was a really good lap. 38.4 puts him P2 on the grid. Immediately displaced by an improving Hilke Kleisen, who goes to pole by 11 thousandths of a second. Alfie Bevan has stopped on the, coming towards turn 1, so he must be finishing his run. Still 11 minutes to go in the session. This isn't really... this is pretty close, this qualifying session. Joao's done another purple first sector. He's really flying. But I'm going to take a look at Domingo for a second. I think that was Joao. I think Joao had a moment there at the hairpin. Maybe got the power a little bit too early. Diego, very brightly coloured Macca racing car. 2 corners to go to set his 3rd and final lap to give him a nice average that will put him on the grid. He goes P5, a 39.420. Still only 9 cars that have set 3 lap times. It's a fairly decent second sector for Joao. A serious improvements to be made. We've already seen him do a 38.3 and a 38.4. So a 3rd lap in the 38.3 3 or 4s could put him on the front row or even at the front of the grid. He does improve, goes P2. That's a 38.307. That's the 2nd fastest 1 lap time we've seen. And he goes, what's that? That's 3.5 hundredths off of pole position. Clearly going for a long run here. He hasn't been into the pits yet. So he's just going and going and going, and he's doing a really good job. He's going P2. Ben Yeager is your championship leader. So someone needs to beat him. Hilke, despite being he's 3rd on the grid, he is 3rd on 1 lap pace as well. He's got 2 tenths to find, a quarter of a second to find to get pole position. Then we have the best of the rest. Alfie Bevan, P4, with a 39.3 average. Then Diego P5, 39.4. Same for Philip Bauer, who's P6. Then another half a tenth. Fries is P7 with a 39.9. And then we get to the drivers who haven't quite put 3 laps properly together yet. Vivolf's 41.0, G750 42.3, Seb Ondas 47.7, Thomas Cameron 59.3. We've just seen an improvement for Ali Yanja, 39.4, and an improvement for Diego Domingo, I think that is. Who's just gone for 39.001, puts himself into P4. We'll also say yet to set a third lap is Juan Gutierrez, whose average is currently at 40.4. Mosquito's average is currently at 48.8, and Nemanja, who is heading for apparently that's that might be a 2:34 actually. I guess one of his laps wasn't particularly good. Philip Bauer, as Joao sets another stunning lap, puts his average into the 38.3s and puts him on pole by a quarter of a second. Philip Bauer is on a good lap. Joao had a purple third sector, 31.0. Philip Bauer's on a really good lap here. A little slower through the second sector, but his first sector was in the 21s and it was a personal best for him, so this could be an improvement on his average. His average is currently a 39.051, so you would think if he's faster than that, his average will improve. And he only needs about half a tenth to put him onto the second row of the grid. From there, it's a bit of a jump to get to P3 and above. Final corner for Philip Bauer. Using all the exit of the final corner there. 38.5 last lap. So quality time is now a 38.7. He is P4. Alfie Bevan has purpled the first sector. He's found a 21.818 out of seemingly nowhere. His best one lap time is a second off. Trader Joe puts in a 39.3 to put him into P8 on the grid. Average of a 39.832. He's got half a second to find if he wants to go anywhere other than P8. There's packs forming in this quality order. Both Guerra and Bauer currently on invalidated laps, and that's a car going across the grass there. And I believe that's Mosquito, and that's Ben Yeager actually. So he must be waiting to start his lap. Currently P2. He's got about a quarter of a second to find to get back onto pole position, and he's going to have to work pretty damn hard to get there. Alfie Bevan, personal best second sector, 45.4. This could be a really good lap from Alfie Bevan. He just needs to hook up this final sector. And he could be fighting for a slot on the second row, perhaps, if it's a blindingly good lap, which I think this is going to be. 38.7 on that lap moves him into P6 overall. 39.1 average so far. 6 minutes left in qualifying. We're in a bit of a lull at the minute. No one's really on a decent lap. We're still waiting on 2 drivers. Well, I'd say 3 drivers. No, let's up that to 5. Who are yet to set representative lap times. G750 42.3 average. Seb Ondas 47.7 average. Nemanja Popovic with a 2.34 average. And then there's Juan, who has set 2 laps out of 3 with an average of a 40.4. And Mosquito, who set 2 laps as well with a 48.8. Alfie Bevan has found another 100th of a second. He's purpled this first sector again. Diego does a personal best 1 lap. Stays P5 though, 4 thousandths behind the average of Philip Bauer. 38.760 for Diego Domingo. Ali's on a personal best first sector. Alfie Bevan has pretty much matched where he was in the first on his previous lap. He's pretty much matched his second sector time. Another 45.4. But again, that could definitely improve his average. His last lap was a 38.7, so another one of those. And it could be probably ahead of Ali. But Ali's on a good lap as well. He's only 300ths down on Alfie's current lap. Ben Yeager, purple in the second sector. Here comes Alfie. Doesn't improve on his best lap, but he does improve on his average. 38.9. He's into the 38s. P6 now. Ali Yardimji, meanwhile, currently P7 on 1 lap pace and on the average. 39.021 is quite consistent because his last lap was a 39.030. This is pretty good. There are purple sectors flying up. Has been an improvement from Ben Yeager, but not a significant one. Ali improves on his 1 lap pace, improves slightly on his 3 lap pace, goes P6, 38.8. 3.5 minutes, 4 minutes to go in this session. As I just said, I just forgot to say, Ben Yeager got into the 38.2s. He now has a half-tenth lead on pole position. João second. Hilke is third still. No response from Hilke, which I'm a little surprised by. He's quite good. He's normally quite good in these cars, and I guess today is slightly off where you'd expect him to be. 4th place for Philip Bauer, your newly crowned AF4 champion. Diego Domingo P5, Ali Yardimji 6th, then Alfie Bevan 7th, Nemanja Popovic 8th, Trader Joe 9th, Thomas Cameron is in 10th. We have now had a 3-lap average from Mosquito, which puts him P15, which is second to last, 51.7 average. And Juan, who hasn't left the pits yet, to do his final lap towards his average. He's only done 2. So his time is listed as 20 hours, 36 minutes, 40 seconds, .451. That's Popovic and or Ondas. Oh, that's close. Jesus, he made Ali shit himself, clearly. That was Ondas in the gravel. Ali had to properly save it coming into the stadium section. To the final corner. So it was a good second sector from Ali, so it could be an improvement. He does improve significantly on his average. Actually, a 38.5 on that lap. 38.6 is the average time. Puts him P4 within a reaching distance of Hilke and a top 3 start. So Ali is P4 now. Bauer 5. Domingo 6. Yeah. I think somewhere along the line, someone's forgotten to do a track surface update. So yeah, turn 1 is fully cuttable, it seems, on the inside. Not sure about the outside. One and a half minutes left to go. Hilke is starting to put it together. He's done a personal best first sector. Second sector time coming across the line. It is another personal best. It's looking very strong. As you see on the timer screen, on your screen, he's about 800 slower than Ben Yeager's best 1 lap pace. I think, assuming I understand that correctly. Right, I can see the full screen now. The qualifying in Formula E has finished. To the final corner for Hilke Kleisen. There's a minute left. Domingo was spun on his final lap, but he might be able to. He's at what's that? Turn 5, 6, 7, 8. No, is it turn 9? So he should be able to get going again and start another lap just in time. It is an improvement on a 1 lap pace from Hilke. And he improves by 600ths on his average. Ben Yeager looking to extend his advantage as João has invalidated his final attempt. So he will be, unless he could get to the, I don't know, you can't, there's no way he can get to the start in time. It should be Ben Yeager on pole, or at least it won't be João Guerra. Needs to be some significant improvements. I'm talking like a mid 37 to get a time at the top. But this is another remarkably good lap from Ben Yeager. Second sector's coming now. A little bit down. I think G's just crashed. I think that's on the exit of turn 1. It is. So he's well out of the way and pretty much done with his qualifying session, I would have thought. Diego's done a personal best first sector. He has a shot at getting a P5, maybe even a P4 start here. I mean, the whole field is sort of... Oh, Ben slided it! That's it. That's his qualifying over, but he will be starting on pole position at this rate. We've still got a couple of drivers left to finish the laps, like Hilke. He's coming to the final couple of corners now. Hopefully Ben Yeager won't get in the way. I don't think he will. Does a great final lap, but not enough. He will stay P3 at the minute. Diego will be next. Actually, Philip Bauer will be next, but he hasn't improved. Oh, he has improved, but he's only gone 3 thousandths slower than Ali Yardimjer. Next will be Trader Joe. He will qualify at best P9. Sebastian Ondas, P13 in the minute, does improve, goes P12 instead, 40.7 average. There's Diego to the line, improves, he will start on the second row of the grid, P4 for Diego Domingo. Great final lap, a 38.6 there. Puts his average on a 38.587. Still Guerra to finish a lap. I'm amazed he made it to the line in time. But I guess he did. He is slightly slower than his personal best in the first 2 sectors. He's still got 2 corners to go. He's only got to improve his average by 4 hundredths, which we would think means he has to improve by a 10th. No, that's not how averages work. Doesn't improve. He will start on the front row, P2. The grid's actually pretty close to what you see there, actually. In fact, it's up down to P11 is exactly the same. But Juan, for some reason, never started his 3rd lap. Either that's because he's decided to switch to race control because no one else will, or because he doesn't know how the format works. I don't know. But it is Ben Yeager who will start on pole position for round 4 in Hockenheim. Joao Guerra will start in 2nd place. Then Hilke and Diego Domingo on the 2nd row. And Ali rounds out the top 5. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes for 30 minutes of Porsche action at Hockenheim. To answer Matteo Suriano's question, isn't it against the rules? Yes. Unless, of course, we forget to make it the rules. That's not a really good explanation, really. Basically, we set the track limits on the server, but in the rules, if we haven't done that, it's whatever is on the server when we get to the race. So, if we haven't set T1, if we have been unable to set T1 as out of bounds, it's not out of bounds. And I think everybody knows that by this point. Oh, we have Mythic on race control, it seems. So Juan just didn't do a 3rd lap. Yeah, okay. That's one way of doing it. But he will start last. Whew. Let's take a look at the championship standings before we get going for this race. It is Ben Yeager who leads the championship with 65 points. Matty Labiak, who isn't here today, is 2nd on 43, with Jack Olivier, who also isn't here today, 3rd on 34 points. Ben, I believe, has yet to skip a race this season, so he will still get the scores from a drop race, which will be, at this rate, a 5th place, 11 points, which will put him on 54 points. Matty loses his drop score because he's not here today. Jack didn't turn up for Road America last time out, and he's not here today either, so he will stay on 34 points and he'll be a race down. This is Clyson's first race since Bahrain, so he's got to do a bit of catching up. But there's only 3 rounds left. We're halfway through the season. Realistically, this is a championship between Ben Yeager, Matty Labiak, assuming he comes back from Mid-Ohio and Bathurst, and Clyson, I would say. Maybe Jack Olivier as well, but he isn't as strong in these cars as he is in other leagues. At least he got 4th and 2nd in the first 2 races. We're a minute and a half away from the start of this race. So let's take you through the grid. We got Ben Yeager on the right. On pole position, Joao Guerra is alongside on the front row. Row 2, Hilke Kleisen, Diego Domingo. Row 3, Ali Yaremja. Yeah, he's watching the stream. Philip Bauer is alongside him. Then Alfie Bevan and Emmanuel Popovic on row 4. Trader Joe and Thomas Cameron on row 5. Row 6, Prize, Sebastian Ondas. Then we have Vivos in P13, G750 in 14th. Then Mosquito and Juan Gutierrez on the back row of the grid. 50 seconds for the start of the race. Ali, if you listen to this, show up your Jesus again for like 2 seconds. There it is. Thank you very much. Now get rid of it. Oh, you've improved it since last time. We're about 30 seconds away from the start of this race. I'm going to jump all the way to turn 1 because this is going to be this is going to go either really well or really badly. Yeah, okay, now get rid of it, Ali, before the start of the race. 15 seconds to go. Ben Yeager is on the right. Joao Guerra is on the left. I can already tell the server's struggling a little bit. Or that maybe that's me. All the lights are on. And we're away. It looks like a fairly even start. No, it's a pretty good start actually for Ben Yeager. Everybody else is sort of filed in, single file in the top 5. We're side by side. Ali versus Domingo. That's and Bauer there. Everyone else has got away cleanly. Oh, there was one car off. That's Seb Ondas. Side by side towards turn 2 for Ali and Philip again. Alfie Bevan's right behind there, looking to make any advantage, any gains there, but nothing found so far. Down the front, down the back straight we go. Is that already 3 wide? That's already 3 wide. Go on, make it 4 wide for me. Make it 4 wide for me. It's going to be 3 wide. That's 3 wide. I'll take that. Ali's got the outside. Philip on the inside. Alfie Bevan in the middle. Philip's got P5 for now. Diego's already pressuring Hilke Kleisen. Ben Yeager's got a pretty clear lead in front. Ali Young's already looking through towards the kink at Philip. Bevan is down in the front there. Nearly touching and crashing. Bevan's looking down the inside of Ali. Ali's looking down the inside of Philip. No one's making any moves at all. Oh, Thomas Cameron had to check up there on the exit of turn number 7. They're still side by side. Bevan round the outside. They've Christ! Oh, Ali with the save. What a save from Ali Yaremja there. Into the stadium for the first time. It's all kicking off behind this. The midfield battle is insane. Fries goes a little wide at the Sats curve. He might be under pressure with Vivos in a minute. Nothing so far. Popovic, Trader Joe, all lining up. And now Fries actually is in this queue as well. All lining up to pass Ali Yaremja. Mosquito has spun it at the penultimate corner. That is really close. Fries having a look down the inside of Popovic into turn 1. You're not going to get anywhere near enough there. And Fries almost has to save it. He did save it. Juan has had an excellent start. So that he's been overtaken by a car. He started from the back of the grid. He's already P13. He was P12 briefly. Domingo right on the back of Hilke Kleisen. We're right on board for this one. This could be pretty good. Slipstream's pretty good. We saw it in Bahrain. It's going to be a look down at the inside. Oh, Hilke with the... Oh, Hilke. Oh, he's gone deep. He's gone way deep. He's been forced into a mistake there. Good move from Diego. Takes the podium. Yaremja and Trader Joe still battling over P7. Server's gone again. Server's gone again. No, it hasn't. Okay, we're still going. Was that me or was that the server? I think that was the server. Yeah. We're really having problems today with the server. Oh, was that me? Was that one me? I need some confirmation there. I didn't see my ping go up, you see, on the right. Normally it does, but okay. It happened in AF4. I can't be sure anymore. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's the server. You don't really know. Thomas Cameron right on the back of Fries for P11. Field already starting to spread a little bit. We do have VSCs at our disposal, but it's been a pretty clean race. So I wouldn't really expect it. Hockenheim is quite good for that, except when you're driving the low F317s. Fastest lap for Ben Yeager, a 38.6. That's another point in the bag there if he gets that towards the end of the race. Could be crucial towards the end of the season. Everybody's sort of starting to get confident with the tyres, get confident with the car enough to just yeet it across the curb there. Thomas Cameron's going to have a look down the inside of Fries in turn 2. It's well telegraphed, but he's just not quite... He hasn't quite got the overlap to make it work. Trader Joe is going to try again to get past Ali Yarlinger. Wouldn't it be funny if Ali just suddenly accidentally pressed the Jesus button? He's going to have to go around the outside as Trader Joe. Ali's going to keep the place for now. It's not really, there's not really a place to go around the outside there. Maybe in the wet, but we don't have that yet. Please, Ilya, hurry up and do it. Please. I really want wet races, no matter what anyone else says. I'd like to do the old Hockenheim at some point. I do really want Demise, yes. Demise means my voice dies. I'd like the old Hockenheim. I'd like wet weather. I'd like a lot of things. I'm a dreamer. Sue me. Ali goes and misses the apex a bit. Ali will be dreaming of hitting the apex, but he's not going to get it. Not at that corner at least. And Trader Joe is going to close in just a little bit more. Jaeger's got a comfortable 2.5 lead already. AFX is starting to see some of its... Basically, it's showing the rise of its future greats. Ben Yeager, Philip Bauer, Alfie Bevan as well. The likes of those three. They're all the up and comers in this. The new up and comers in this community. It's great to see this progression. I've been here long enough. I can tell when it's happening. I can tell when it's happening. Oh, Trader Joe! Oh! Ali's alive! I'm surprised he survived that! Jesus Christ! What was that? I was like, is that the serve? Was that brake? No, that's brakes! No, that's brakes! No, that's brakes! And he's... Wow! And Anna Manny's going to try and get past Trader Joe. Wow. That woke me up. Still got 23 minutes to go in this race, and I think this race needs a virtual safety car. Because the field's starting to spread out. There's nothing like mandatory pit stops, nothing like that. It's pure pace. Juan is going past Thomas Cameron coming into the Sachs curve. Thomas Cameron's come back at him, and he's retaken. That's Fries actually has taken. No, sorry, Cameron has dropped 2 places. I can't tell the 2 Wolf racing cars apart. Oh, wide goes Fries. He collides with Thomas Cameron. My wishes may be granted here. Not quite. Fries somehow keeps P12 out of that. That's some great car control while completely losing the car, and sets a personal best lap in the meantime of 41.5. Surely a move for Thomas Cameron coming up here. He's got the outside line for turn 2. That's been gifted to him. Oh, switchback not quite there. The overlap's not there. You need a bit of a gap behind just to slot the nose of the car under. But it's worked out well enough. He's held the outside line and he's got the inside for turn 3. And he has the upper hand. But that upper hand will quickly switch to be the lower hand as Fries has the inside for the hairpin at turn 5. Thomas Cameron has to check up. Guerra's starting to close on Ben Yeager. Oh, hello, what are you doing there? He's closing, and I can see why he's closing. He's getting a bit more adventurous with the track limits. It was briefly below a second. Thomas Cameron and Fries are... Oh, there's a bit of a change of position there in a weird way. Cameron, that's not in any way the line through turn 8. And that's why you're now down to P13. So go and get it back. Seb Ondas versus G750 for the final points paying positions. 14th and 15th place. Diego with the fastest lap, 38.4. He could be coming into the mix later on in this race. G750 having a moment on the exit of the Sachs curve. This does remind me of the Hockenheim historic festival that I went to back in August. With the likes of... Actually, was anyone... Is anyone in this race? Nobody in this race was actually there with me. Okay. There were people in this race... There were people in this community that were there with me, like Redacted and Lipsy and Matty. And they were all... Yeah, it was great fun. I just remember watching these races. It was great. You sat in the Sachs curve and just watched a load of old bangers roar their way through. It was great. And some of them weren't old bangers, but they weren't reliable, let's say. Group C cars, I'm looking at you. Oh, Thomas Cameron almost rear-ends his teammate there. This is quite a fierce battle for P12 here. Between Cameron and Fries. I think Cameron's got it for now. Fries is looking into the... Oh, hello. Where are you... Oh, Jesus. All over the place. Fries... I've never seen anyone so squirrely through such a light kink. But there we go. I think full credit to Fries for the car control. This is starting to heat up a little bit. As cars are starting to close together again. We're only a third of the way through this race. I'm going to keep on that camera battle, actually. Because he's already closing down Gutierrez. On his way back through. Gutierrez, of course, starting right at the back of the grid. Plumb last. Whether he forgot how many laps to do for qualifying or some other reason, I don't know. But he only set 2 valid laps in qualifying, and I think he missed the last 10 minutes. He didn't drive. Is that me? That's me having that. That's not the server, but that is Juan going wide. That's not the server. That's Juan going wide. This is the closest battle we got at the minute. Oh, his Cameron goes way deep. Fry says, "Obrigado, I'll have that." And then Thomas immediately takes it back somehow. Brilliant. Alfie Bevan is within a second now of Philip Bow. It's been closing slowly. In fact, Trader Joe's pretty close to Ali Andrews, down to within half a second. So I'll be watching for that as Ali gets a bit squirrely on the brakes. The rear was stepping out a bit, like you'd see on a motorbike. They have motorbikes here, right? Yeah, they do. Or do they? I can't remember. And he's got he's certainly faster through his final sector. Or is he? .38.2 fastest lap for Ben Yeager. 4/10 faster than Joao Guerra in second place. So he's re-extending his advantage. 1.7 seconds at the front. Also doing similar times, mid-39s in the midfield. Ali's going full send on the inside. Trader Joe's going full send on the outside. Sure. Oh, just again, just missed the apex down. Had to fight the car on the exit. So here's an advantage, here's an opportunity for Trader Joe perhaps. With a bit of slipstreams, half a second. We've seen Trader Joe send it into the hairpin before. We know he can do it. Maybe not successfully. Oh no, he lost it all there. Such a small mistake, but it costs so much momentum. You want to get on the power as early as possible. Cameron and Gutierrez, the 2 Wolf Team Racing drivers, well, 2 Wolf franchise drivers, side by side. That was a server moment. And Fries is just casually watching on, waiting to strike. Juan's going to look to the inside. This is a good bird's eye view of this one. And Thomas Cameron's gone a little wide there. He's been a bit scared by Juan's placement of the car. Whoa! That one is a server, not me. That one is definitely a server one. Or is it? No, that's a me. No, my ping's fine. Focus on... Try and imagine where the centre of the car is. Ignore the rotation. Yeah. Yeah, I need to look into that. I need to look into the server tomorrow. I looked into it today. I can't find what's wrong with it. That one's me. Full send for Fries. I think no one gives a shit about the grass on the exit of turn 1 at all. Fries has gained loads out of that. What was Fries driven for River Racing? He's not, is he? Oh, damn it. Hilke's my driver. This is the one season he's not doing well in. Damn it. Or one season he's not turning up all the races in. River could be winning this. Sometimes it's me, sometimes it's not, I think. Okay. Anyway. Out onto the back straight, onto the into the stadium section we go. The first of them. There's 2 of them. Great facts. You're doing great at commentary, Josh. Juan goes deep. Here comes Fries. He's going to look for it. Mosquito, who's 25 seconds back off a G750, has spun it. That's on the exit of turn 3. He could be lapped by the end of this race, but half the distance. Halfway through. That's a very interesting line through turn 9. Deciding I'm just going to stay all the way to the right on the exit. That's a good tactic, sure. I don't know what Juan's going to do. Interesting. He's battling Thomas Cameron. Clearly having a great day today. Just clearing off. Fry's taking a while to decide to use all 4 wheels on the tarmac. It's advised. Definitely. I would say recommended even. I'm a bit at a loss for words for this one. Whoa! Fries again nearly kills Gutierrez. I'm discovering new screams, I think, that I can make. Just sit back on this battle for P14. G and Ondas having a fun little time on just by themselves, isn't it? It's nice to see. Oh, Gutierrez has spun it. Hey? Oh, hello. What's going on? Is he stuck in gear? He's stuck out. Has he got a gearbox problem? Has he got a... He's out. Juan is out of this race. And I'm wondering if that has something to do with these issues in qualifying. I reckon Juan's having some issues with his paddles. I think he's had this before. He's had issues with his wheel before. I think it's a hardware issue on Juan's part where he's gotten stuck. And he can't shift. Maybe. Something like that. Or maybe his brakes are... I don't know. He was stuck in neutral and he can't move. His throttle's fine, or because he's clearly going all the way forwards. That's an interesting issue there. I'll have to get info from Juan on that one. I'm even in a voice chat. I'm not even in a voice chat, so no one can. I can't ask anybody. And he can't answer if he did join. I'll do that. There we go. Guerre is closing. It's 8/10 again to Jaeger. And I'm wondering if Jaeger is just playing this fairly cautiously with his tyre strategy. You know, doing a couple of fast laps, letting them heat up. He's just controlling the gap. And when it gets too close, pull away again by a second or two. Sharbatron saying in the chat, his pedals did what I did in Portimao, maybe full throttle but have to restart wheelbase. That's possible. He's in neutral though, which is interesting. Yeah, they just don't care about turn 1 at all. That's interesting. Down to 7/10. Trader Joe has spun it. I think he's on his own. That's at the penultimate corner as well. Plenty of gap behind him because Thomas Cameron hasn't even got to that same corner. Domingo's within a second of Hilke. Fun fact, Diego used to be a river racing driver. Yeah. The short... Well, actually, not even the shortest... Is he? Yeah, he's the shortest living river racing driver, closely followed by Jens. No, not even Jens, actually. He did a second season. So Diego lasting as a river racing driver 2 races before AFM died. So Ondas and G750, as Vivos has actually dropped down to P14 at some point. This is now a battle for P12 between these two. Still as fierce as ever. Went to the last third of the race. G750's gone deep. Here comes Ondas. They're going to be side by side out the corner. Great camera work from myself. But G keeps the position. Great racing between these two. No, Mythic did finish some races in the previous season of AF1 before the one where we didn't finish a single one. The gap's close to 3/10. What happened to Joao? What happened to Ben Yeager? Oh, it's all kicked off now. It's 0.2 of a second. Joao will look to make... It wasn't even a particularly slow lap from Ben Yeager. Full send across turn 1. Here comes Joao. Is he going to make a move into turn 2? Ben Yeager is the target. It's 1/10 of a second. There's a lap car coming up that might make things interesting. Down the inside he goes. He's got the position, but Ben Yeager's still up down the inside of turn 3. They're going to be side by side down the back straight. Joao's just about got a head in front. There's Mosquito in the way. Yeager's got the inside through the Parabolica, so he's going to have the advantage. But Joao's got the inside. Ben will surely try and make it go as defensive as possible. No, he won't, because Joao is there. Down the inside he goes. Joao takes the lead in Hockenheim. One small mistake has flipped this race on its head, but it's not over yet. Ben Yeager will try to look back as soon as possible. Coming up to the stadium section is the next opportunity. You know he's going to try it. Oh, he's not quite there. He's not quite there, but he'll bide his time. He missed the apex there at turn 7. There's still the lap car of Mosquito to come, I think. No, he's just there. He's off the He's off the track edge, trying to get out of everybody's way. He's got to do the same again for Kleisen and Domingo. But this is an opportunity for Joao. But Ben Yeager, on pace, is faster. Oh, Mosquito just... Yeah. I got a lap car ahead of me. 47 seconds back. Yeah, I'll just send it to the gravel. Why not? Yeah, that's one way to get out of the way. How to never be accused of interfering. Yeet it into the gravel when anyone gets close. What can Ben Yeager do? He's got 8.5 minutes left to find something. Anything to take another win in this championship. It would be his 3rd in a row. He's done 2 in a row so far. Hilke won the first one. Could we see a new winner in AFX? This season, at least. Joao's won races in Season 1, I think. Actually, I have that data. Aha, I have that data. Yes, Joao won 2 races in Season 1. He didn't join Season 2. But Mixtrol nailed that one. Jesus. Oh, Ben got really close to the braking there. Not quite close enough, though. Ben Yeager is slowly closing, but he's got to bite. I think he's going to bide his time a little bit. Opportunities are coming. There's still plenty of time to change this. But he's got to stay focused. That's not staying focused. That's getting all crossed up through turn 9. Now he's out to a 1.5 seconds. He's getting flustered here. He's getting flustered. I can look at this rear cam all day. Oh, I think he was... Yes, Joao was fighting the car there, but so was Ben. Not quite as much as Joao, I think, but they're both having trouble. Are the tyres going off, perhaps? I don't know what the tyre situation is. 7/10 faster for Joao that lap. 38.2. Kleisen's done fastest, personal best. 38.6. Battle for 3rd is down to within a second. We'll switch back to that briefly. Trader Joe actually switched to that instead. He's spun. He's off at turn number 13. That's the penultimate corner. And here comes Thomas Cameron to take a P9. On us G750 battling coming into the stadium section as well. We'll come back to that in a minute. There's so much going on all of a sudden. There's 6 minutes left. Yeah, let's all not give a shit about turn 1. That kind of bugs me, but it's fun to see them going fast. Down the inside, surely will become Thomas Cameron. Yes, he does. And they'll emerge. Thomas Cameron still not being able to get past Trader Joe. Gap at the front, still closing again. It's down to a second. Oh, Ben Yeager's found 4/10 in that second sector. Late move for Thomas Cameron down the inside of Trader Joe. He's made the move. Block pass. Beautiful. That's a beautiful move there. Meanwhile, at the front, which is another half a lap away, which I didn't think would... That's kind of nuts how big the gap is there. It's 9/10. He is closing. Diego, 6/10. About 6/10 now. That's closing as well. Ben Yeager's done a purple second sector on this lap. 38.2, 37.9 from Ben Yeager. He's into the 37s. I didn't think we had that in qualifying. We had a bit of a ping moment there. So there's a half a second gain there. Need a couple of those, and we're coming on for a real barnstorming finish in this race. Still plenty of battles going on. Trader Joe still trying to get back past Thomas Cameron, I should say. Wheel cam. Watch him fight the car through turn 14. No, that's pretty smooth for me. Domingo's closing more. It's 4/10. It's close enough for a dive bomb. I wouldn't recommend it, though. You get a late apex, you get a good exit. And you've got some gains here. And that is a gain, I think. That's 4/10 still. Ben Yeager has some serious pace in the second sector. You can just tell. 45.3, 45.2. Okay, it's about a 10th. So about even on this lap so far, the top two. But that's not what Ben Yeager needs. He needs some speed. And in fact, he's lost a lot of time. He's lost 7/10. What happened? I think Ben Yeager went off into the gravel on the exit of turn 9. Thomas Cameron and Trader Joe have crashed. Just a small one. But Diego could take an excellent podium here and deny River Racing a podium. It's Diego's first race of the season. He's good in Porsches, he is. He's really good. Has Ben Yeager got any more of an answer? I don't think he has. He's just lost 4/10 in the first sector. Actually, no, I'm mistaken. It is a personal best first sector of Ben Yeager, but still a 10th slower than Joao Guerra. I think Ben Yeager's pace is all in the second sector. So keep an eye out on that. We are 3 minutes away from the end of this race, which means we're going to have about 3 laps of racing still to go. Vivos has gone off. He's in the stadium section, in the gravel. So he might get in the way of the lead battle here. He's joining the track, I think, sideways. Oh, he's really struggling to get out of the gravel here. He has only just got out of the grass, and here come the leaders. Oh my god. Oh, he's spun it on the inside! He's spun it on the inside! Here come the leaders! He's managed to avoid it. Okay, both the leaders have managed to avoid it, but I think that has cost Guerra some time here. It's within a second. Oh, that's gonna suck for Joao. He's gonna be fuming at V-Wolfs, who has just left the server as well. Diego's within 3/10 of Hilke. That's about a car's length there. So this could really turn on its head for the top 2 and 3 and 4. It's 2/10 there. It's half a second here. I don't know which way to look. Diego's going to look at this one first. Diego's for a send down into turn 2. He's made the apex. He's side by side with Hilke. Hasn't managed to make it past. Yeager, he's almost on. He's almost with Joao. Excellent slipstream. Joao goes really defensive down the inside. Side by side into the hairpin. Joao's got the inside. He's going to keep the lead for now. Diego can't make it past Hilke. Oh, he's going to sneak down the inside at the latest possible opportunity, but doesn't make a move either. We're going to have one lap of racing to decide the win here in Hockenheim, to decide the whole order of the podium, to be fair. None of the 3 podium places are firm and secured. Joao again going wide at turn 8. But this time Diego has really gained on him. I'm sensing a move into the final lap. Oh, God, don't do that to me, server. Jesus. Okay. There are 30 seconds left of this session, which means we're going to have one final lap. We've got P1 in an intense battle for the win, and P3 and P4 in a fight for the win. There the 2 battles are. We're on to the final lap. Half a second faster was Ben Yeager than Joao Guerra, but that's not going to be enough on this lap. He needs to pass him. You got to be in front crossing that line. I know it's a simple concept. Diego's going to have a look at a turn 2 again. He's much stronger on the brakes. Ilka moved under braking, I think, there, and was really defensive. So he hasn't made the move, and Diego's lost out a bit on the back straight there. Diego's really gaining on Guerra again, coming towards the hairpin. He's going to look to the outside. That's the only place he's going to be able to go. Be brave. Do the switch back. Joao's wide. Here goes Ben Yeager. Ben takes the lead. They're side by side. Oh, let's hope this doesn't end in tears coming towards turn number 7. I think it was a bit of a bang. Wheels coming through turn 7. Turn 6, I think. Through to turn 7. Joao sent it on the inside. He's got the lead. Ben Yeager's still there. He's got the inside for 8. Joao sends it right wide at turn 8. That might be looked at, I think, at the end, but Joao has the lead because of it. We definitely need to look at that at the end. But at this point in time, Joao has the lead of this race. I don't think there's many opportunities for Ben Yeager to get past now. There's only 2 real corners left. So it's going to be take a miracle from Ben Yeager, who will try and set it. He's hit Joao! Oh, he's hit him! They're both going to get going. Here comes Diego. Diego spun it. Diego spun it round. Hilke nearly loses it. Joao wins in Hockenheim. Ben Yeager second. Hilke third. Diego Domingo is almost going to lose out. P4. Alfie Bevan takes P4. Alfie Bevan! What a move at the end! And I will confirm that gap from P4 to P5. I can't even see what that gap is. Bauer is 6th, Jaromir 7th, Popovic 8th, Trader Joe comes home in P9, Thomas Cameron takes home a 10th place finish. Fry's 11th, Ondas ended up beating out G750 and Mosquito P14. I think there's going to be some discussion about the track extension at turn 8 on the final lap there for Joao. He was doing it all race, but not as severely as that on the final lap, so that will definitely be looked at the end. I'm sure that'll be reported, because I don't think Ben Yeager will like how that race ended. But what a final lap. Alfie Bevan. And I'll confirm to you now what the gap was eventually. Hold on, let's do Control M. Back to pits. There we go. The gap at the end was 0.002 of a second. The closest finish in AF history. 0.002 of a second. That was a slow burn, that race, but when it came on, it was on fire. What a finish. My voice is gone, which is exactly what I was hoping for today. Out of that, let's see. Joao's going to gain provisionally. Oh man, 25 points, which will put him on 24 plus 25. That's 49 points. Puts him ahead of Matty Labiak already. Oh, Ben Yeager takes home 20 points, putting him on 85. Third place was Hilke in the end, so he'll take home 16, so he'll be on 42. So fourth place, I think. Yeah, fourth place behind Matty Labiak. Alfie Bevan currently was P8 with 13 points. He'll take home another fourth place and 13 points, 26 points for him. So they're the standings. I think Ben Yeager will have a couple of extra points for fastest lap and also for pole position. I wasn't expecting my voice to go at the end of that, but that was brilliant. That was absolutely brilliant. Let's see if we can bring in our top three. I think we'll bring them in all at once if possible. They are Ben Yeager. Oh, hey, Juan. Let's see if we can bring in our top three. Ben Yeager, Joao Guerra, Joao Guerra winning, Ben Yeager second, and Hilke Kleisen third.
Just to let you know that it was hardware issue. I had the pedals stuck, both brake and full throttle.
Okay. Clutch is gone. Okay. So, to the top two, congratulations. What a race that was. Let's start with you, Joao.
Okay.
I think you found more track limits more exploits for the track limits than everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even practice, to be fair, so I wasn't expecting a lot for this race, but then, like, I always am a track limits hater, so I just full send it, and then, it works, and then, yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, you were battling with Ben Yeager for a while, but at half distance, it didn't seem particularly likely. You had quite the pace deficit to Ben Yeager. How did you overcome that?
Well, at first, like on quali, I think I could have like gotten pole, but then I invalidated some laps because of extremely sanding it on track limits. But like on the race, Ben had a super start. He started like really good, and then after 2 laps, I was 1.5 behind. I had made like a little mistake, and then the gap was pretty much even, like 1.5 to varying until like 2 seconds. And then he made like one mistake at that corner. I don't know the corner, the fast right-hander. Then like I could catch up a little bit, and then he made another mistake. It was on the second corner, I think. And then on straight I could catch up. He didn't cover the inside. I don't know why, to be fair. And then I got on the inside, and I could overtake him, and then it was that thing, I knew he was like super fast, but I also knew I had like a decent pace, and if I fought hard, I could keep it behind,
Excellent. And just talk me through that final lap.
I mean, the final laps were like really crazy. I kind of have back pain, which doesn't help as well. But I'm pretty familiar to the track, which helps a lot with like the lack of practice. And my setup was like comfortable as well. But then on the last lap, I was like pushing everything to guarantee that he would stay behind. But then I went on the grass, and my car like was, I don't know, jumping a lot. I don't know how I could keep it. And then on straight, I went on the inside to defend. And then, we were like side by side for like quite a few time. And I ended up in front. It's like my first victory in quite some time, so I'm really happy.
Congratulations to you. And to Ben Yeager, you had the pace in qualifying, the pace in the race. You got the fastest lap. What went wrong?
Consistency, really. Like, I tend to drive the car with a little higher rake, and it really punishes you on turn 12, the fast right-hander that Joao mentioned.
I see.
So every time I got close to him, I just got too fast and really needed to lift off the throttle, so I just don't yeet off into the gravel because you slow down terribly. I
think I did see you do that once. I can't remember whether you were in the lead at that point or
twice, actually.
Twice. And again, same question to you. What was going through your mind on that final lap?
I was really out to get Joao, right? I had slipstream, which is proper good, right?
Oh yeah, that was great.
Joao is a great driver. Like it's awesome fun battling with him. And so yeah, I just really tried to get him. I went alongside him for quite a while. Then I didn't expect him to go out that far, so he got a lot more speed through to turn 12, which is where he went in front. And well, like the second to last turn, he braked earlier than I expected, and I bumped him into him a little, but wasn't a fair overtake really. So yeah, but I gladly took the second with that awesome battle. It was great fun.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean, it was a really good battle, one of the best they had in this league.
Who was ahead in the end?
Myself.
Drow won by, I think it was 9/10 of a second.
Oh, right. Okay.
I don't know if anybody else saw, but Alfie Bevan took P4 by 2 thousandths over the line.
Yeah, Diego's G29 kept fucking disconnecting from his desk.
It looked
came
like
off his desk.
Oh, that's okay. Like clamp thing, not.
It happened
Unplug
two or
thing.
three times. Two or three
Jesus.
times.
That's so close. Wow. That race was amazing. But thank you to both of you for joining today. Thank you for giving us a great show. Ben, you seem to be pretty much unchallenged for the title by this point. Do you think you are?
Well, I mean, there still is one drop race, which both Clutch and Jack get, but they both missed out on one, I think. But
Clutch has already missed 2 races, and so has Jack.
Right, yeah, so...
So you got that
I
over
mean,
them.
I had the same thing in AF4, and then I fell through the map, so I won't
Ah.
say anything.
Okay, fair enough. You've been burned before, I see. Anything can happen in AF, and it's not always for a good reason. Fair enough then. So cautiously optimistic, I would say that would be.
Well, we have Mid Ohio next in
Oh
2
boy.
weeks, and then Bathurst. So it was Bathurst. I tried.
You know, how do you say normally? Bathurst.
No, I say Bathurst.
Bathurst. Yeah, like
It's like
it's
Bratwurst. It's
yeah,
like Bratwurst.
Bathurst, like it's German. It's not German. It's Australian. That wasn't
It's
Australian either.
Bratwurst. It's Bratwurst.
Bathurst. Do it with an F instead of a TH. Bathurst.
No. I need a German version of Bathurst just so I can call it Bratwurst.
How would that work?
Because it's the German version.
No.
It's
How would you do a German version of Bathurst?
It's fucking hilly track with tight.
Already a
walls.
hilly track.
I mean, there is the Nordschleife.
No, there's a German. Nordschleife is too long. Different. Also, Bathurst is way more enjoyable. If I don't think about how I need to say it, I just say it that way immediately because it was in Gran Turismo, and I went to a German school when I was small before I knew English, so I kept saying Bathurst. It's not even proper German accent anyway.
It's close, I suppose. Bathurst.
Close enough.
Might be,
That's
might be umlaut over the U, actually.
Yeah,
in
that
one.
was a bit.
Bathurst.
Oh, you called
Anyway,
it that, I
we're
forgot.
getting really off track here, and the stream's
Who
still live.
cares? It's Mid Ohio. Mid Ohio is going to be oversteer heaven, but it's also going to be throttle
Oh, it's going to be a
heaven.
great race, I think, at Mid
If
Ohio.
you can get
and
your throttle
Bathurst.
control down, it's not hard. But if
Hmm.
you can't, bye bye.
If I remember from season 5, it's all of AF3 doing it. It's all about the well, it's very easy to make a little sneaky move up the inside into certain corners because there's corners we have to sort of go. You get like a sweeper, and then there's a corner going the opposite direction, so you end up going wide to get a nice smooth line. But that in the race means you can just sort of sneak up the inside and just do a little block pass, cheeky one. Just giving tips for next week. But I will end it there. Thank you very much, Drow and Ben, for joining us. I'll send you back now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Penis come.
Ah, damn it! God, I wasn't there quick enough.
I don't know what you expected.
I expected you to say that, but I was expecting to get there first.
Phallus.
Thank you very much for joining this week. Tomorrow we've got AF1 at Silverstone for the season for
Their
the
mother's house.
penultimate round of the season.
Wait.
And then we have the Stewart stream on Monday at 7 PM UTC. We've got Race of Champions. Sign-ups are open, but they're already full within about 2 hours, which is incredible.
Late. I was racing. I
Ali
didn't
missed
sign
it.
up.
What do you mean we're racing? How could you have been racing?
No, because you pinged. I looked in the join special channel. There was nothing in there yet.
So you wait 5 minutes for me to sort it out. Also,
No, I
you
went
have
to
access to
fucking
that.
eat.
You should have seen me typing in there.
No, I didn't fucking go. I see you type in there because I was
Bruh.
going to eat. I went to eat food.
So
'Cause
Ali,
normally,
Ali,
when
Ali, the head
when
admin,
you
who has the
ping-
most notice of anybody, missed the check-ins, missed the
I
sign-ups. So he is now
Fuck you.
1, 2, 3rd in the check in the reserve
I
list.
should have just admin abused until I was just filled it in before. But I was a good little boy and I waited until it was out publicly. So yes, how many people do I need to kick out?
3.
Okay. Wait, am I third on the list or second?
You are
on the
3rd
list?
on the list.
Which means I need to kick out 3. Right. Okay.
Yes, but no, you're not kicking anybody out. We've already got a full 24 card grid plus some extras on the reserve list, which is great. Let me confirm who we've got on the list now for the 7 people that are still watching. We've got Diego, Juan, Mosquito, Denny, Mythic, Vessel, Ben Hayes, Shiny Waffles, Alfie Bevan, Mixstroll, Rosso, Sharbatron, In Your Face. Yeah. Miguel Costa, Sleepy, Nemanja, Laser, Jens, Thomas Cameron, Valtert, I think, Jack Olivier, and Speedy 2509, and Antonio Radulia, and Toggle Patobo is the full 24. Basso Freak, you're first on the reserve list, then Robert Kinnable second, and you are 3rd, Polly.
Is it LL needed for that race?
LL is not needed for that race.
Ah,
You're not exactly going to crash into anybody, are you?
Yeah, true.
I am going to try and learn Blender this week and make an update to the track that gives a wall in places where there aren't walls.
Really?
Because at the minute there's like maybe it's an invisible wall, but there'll be one.
Okay. I may
Actually,
be
no,
able
I need to get
make that
someone
as
else
well,
to do
but
it. I should get someone else to do that.
Oh, I was gonna say I can do that, but I want
Let's
you to
go.
learn. I want you
Yeah,
to learn.
you could do it if you could do it quickly.
I'll try. But it's good to see that Mixro's coming back because he's been offline on Steam for like 3-4 weeks. Just because his wheel broke, so I guess he's fixed it now.
That's nice. That's great.
So like if he pressed any of his buttons, it would register all of them at the same time. If he pressed any of his buttons.
Bruh.
So that he couldn't shift or do anything. He couldn't really use his keyboard to shift either. That's what I suggested. But yeah, it was a weird thing. It's G2, and he checked apparently. He checked the circuit and didn't see anything physical, so he might have just fried something. It might just be a Logitech moment, basically. It was good to see that he's back for that, or at least that he's on the Discord. Either way.
Okay, let's end the stream. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow for AF1.
Penis.